music to ministry.
Hello and welcome back to musictoministry.com. Rico Gill here, and I am trying something a little new tonight. We're going to be doing a little more talking, and we're not going to be doing any quick snippets, but I've got a new toy, as you can see, my new mic here, working on some stuff in the studio, but going to be trying a couple different things tonight, so please make sure that you hit me on the social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and of course our website, music2ministry.com, to let us know what you think, okay? So I just want to recap my weekend. Had an amazing weekend. Music to Ministry was traveling with the triumphant Pentecostal churches, all the great bishops there, whose head is Bishop Carter, who's Bishop Tunstall as well. Of course, always great friend, Pastor Reginald Hamlet, Bishop Transu, Bishop Walton, so many different people, man. I don't want to start naming names because I'll forget someone, but definitely had a great time with all the musicians, Brother Ronnie Joplin, of course, R.J. Hamlet, Reggie Hamlet Sr., Brother Transu, Raheem, TJ, all you guys, man, loved y'all, the praise team, choir, everything was just amazing. So definitely had a great time. We're going to be bringing you some different stuff here, just doing some things and traveling, and I'm going to be starting to shoot live when I travel to let you know what's going on, just to show you what's going on with Music to Ministry and to show you how God can bless through relationship. So with that being said, I wanted to talk tonight to the musicians, a little bit of ministry part of the music. I've been around a lot of places. There's a lot of times I'm nowhere near the greatest musician. There's a lot of times I'm near the top, but that really doesn't matter. What matters is that you know how to gel as a musician when you're in a band. So I'm going to give you 4 tips to help you when it comes to playing for a church, playing for an organization, playing in a band, whatever you're doing. The first thing as a minstrel, as a musician, in any instrument you play, you want to make sure that your word is your bond. You want to be truthful. Anything you tell somebody, make sure you stick up to it. Make sure you live up to what you're saying. Don't overprice yourself. Don't say that you're able to play in every key, good on organ, and you're only good on keys, or you're only good on organ and you're limited in other keys. Be truthful, because that will help you when you're called to do some of these events. The second thing I want to give you is don't overprice yourself. A lot of times musicians will overprice themselves according to what they think they're worth, and they're not having someone in their corner to let them know, hey, not really worth that. I understand you may have a family that you want to take care of, but like I said before, man, you got to be on top of your game to get paid the big bucks. You want to make sure you know the material. You want to make sure that you come to rehearsal on time. You want to make sure you come to the services on time. You want to make sure that you're low drama wherever you go to. Don't be messing all in the congregation with the females. Don't bring any drama to the conventions, to any of the workshops, to the practices. When I say come on time, I mean come. Practice starts at 7. You want to try to be there at 6:30. The earlier you can, the better. If you're not bringing your own equipment, you want to make sure you're familiar with the house equipment. Just little nuggets for things that'll make you be more approachable as somebody they want to hire or somebody they want to bring back. You also want to make sure you get along with the leadership. If the people you're playing for have rules, like you may wear jewelry, like I wear earrings, but if anywhere I go to play, if they don't like that, I have no problem with taking my jewelry off. Of course, we know the Bible said, if meat offendeth thy brother, don't eat it. Don't take it personal. You got to understand you're being hired, and because you're being hired, you're performing a service for whoever you're ministering for, right? When it comes to playing with the band, man, stick to your part. If you're the main keys, play main keys. Don't take over the aux part. If you're the aux part, don't play main keys. Make sure you're cohesive with whoever you're playing with, especially if it's keys, organ, and somebody playing auxiliary. You have to stay in your lane. You also want to make sure you know every part. Say that the main musician falls sick and they need somebody to step in. You know the material, make sure you're ready. Same thing with aux keys. If the aux key player can't play and it's already the organ player can say, I can take the lead, just cover the aux for me. make sure you're versatile and make sure you're able to do that stuff. Finally, don't come in smelling like the world. So y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't come in smelling like those trees. Don't come in smelling like cigarette smoke. If that's a habit you have, we pray that God delivers you from that. But what I'm telling you is, when it comes to you being able to get paid and to be called to do some of this stuff for conventions, for congregations, for concerts, for touring, these are things that depreciate your value. And a lot of the time, some musicians get away with it because their talent is so great. But in ministry to music, we want to teach you that these are not things that we want to add to the body of Christ. You know what I'm saying? We want to exemplify a positive role model for young and upcoming musicians. We want to give them an example that they can set. And make sure your language is right. Don't be cussing and fussing and laying people out. Have a humble spirit, have a humble heart. Know that the way you carry yourself is very important to people reaching out to you again. It's called networking. And you can't network if you have a nasty attitude. If any of these things I've mentioned before are weaknesses you may have, you want to, like I said, man, be very low drama. So if I can recap what I talked about tonight, make sure you keep your word. Be on time. Come early. Be on time means early. Y'all watch Drumline. If you're on time, you're late. If you're early, you're on time. All right. All this stuff is true. Don't be messing around with the ladies in the congregation. If you're single, watch yourself, man. I understand you're a man. You're a man before you anything. If you're a woman before you anything. But keep that stuff outside of your job. All right. If you're married, you know the deal, man. Make sure you're up to par with everything that you're supposed to be doing. If your spouse is not there, man, cover yourself. We're trying to do a work for the Lord. All right. Make sure you know the material. Make sure you're able to blend. Be low drama, man. Be low drama. Know when to step up, when to step out. And more than anything, man, just create a good rapport with all the other musicians. It's always somebody watching you. There's always going to be somebody watching how you carry yourself. If they're seeing you being low drama, if you're fussing about how much money you get, if you're standing around asking about how much money you're going to get, or when they ask you to come work with them, the first thing you do is ask, how much money am I going to get? I know it's about making money if this is your job, but come on, man, God is going to bless you. He's already opened the door for you. All right, so I just wanted to drop those nuggets for you, man. Make sure you value yourself properly. Make sure that you're worth what you say you're worth. I can tell you from experience, man, I could say I'm worth one number, and I'm not worth that number because I may have weaknesses that exploit what's needed in the service. You got to work on that stuff, man. It's a daily job, and I do that daily. So make sure if you say you're worth $1,500 for a 3-night convention, make sure you're worth that. And you're worth that by knowing the material, knowing how to work your acts, whether it's the organ, whether it's the keys, auxiliary, whatever it is. So these are all things that help you get paid, and always make yourself low drama. I can't stress the low drama enough. No arguing, no playing around with people in the audience or congregation. And of course, more than anything, man, make sure your relationship with God is tight. Just because you're a musician don't mean you're not supposed to have a relationship. That's probably the most important thing, because when you have the right relationship upwardly, all the relationships you're going to be making, networking, are going to work out for you. So just wanted to drop those nuggets for you, man. Like I said before, an amazing time with Triumphant Pentecostal Churches on this weekend. I'm going to be coming to you more live, giving you some videos, letting you know what's going on with Music to Ministry. But as always, thank you for checking out our videos. Make sure to check us out at musictoministry.com. Check us out on Instagram, social media, YouTube, Facebook, everything. It's music2ministry.com, where we want to make your sound, help make your sound profound. Hit me up. God bless you. I'm still looking for people. I have a few slots left for lessons. I do lessons virtually, and I do lessons in person. So if you're in the Roanoke area, we do in-person lessons. If you are anywhere in the United States or the world, we can help you learn the piano or enhance your piano playing with all we know. We can do it virtually, and we can do it in person. So make sure to check us out. Thank you once again, and God bless you. Rico Gill here, musictoministry.com.